We are live from inside this fabulous mall in Manila. As a matter of fact, this is probably one of the most impressive third world countries that we have ever visited. There's Man Minnie.
Charger here.
Oh yeah, I need a charger.
Hello, everybody.
I'm low bat. I'm low bat. I need to.
Do you need your charger?
Yeah, I need the battery pack.
Third pass. Okay.
I know, a little impromptu live to show you what's going on. We're taking a little break. I have a feeling that Larice would be impressed if she were here because we are at the Krispy Kreme. Let me prove it to you right here. Blaze Krispy Kreme donut.
Here.
Rachel Duran is in the house. Mike, married to a beautiful woman, is here. Oh, thanks.
You can sit here.
No, the battery pack. Do you have the
You want
lithium?
that? Okay.
Oh, there is? There's a plug there?
Yes.
Is it long enough to reach?
But you can sit here. Move here.
Yeah.
You can change.
Thelma in the house. We want to move over there
Give me.
near the plug. I'm moving a little bit. I'm moving a little bit. I got to plug in for my low bat. Oh. Okay. Scooting over. Scooting over. Yeah, I'm liking Manila. I'll admit, I like the grittiness. I like the potholes. I know you don't have potholes where you live in America or other parts of the world. I realize that. Yeah, I realize that you have roads that are smooth as glass where you're from. I love Cebu, by the way, backwards. Dan can scoot over exactly. I'm trying to. I got the plug. I got the outlet right beneath me. Apparently, they do a real good job here at Krispy Kreme Donuts, providing electrical outlets so you could charge up while you're enjoying your snacks. So I hope you don't mind me taking a bite out of this delicious glazed donut. That's the original Krispy Kreme donut.
Thank you.
Wow. Look at that. Delicious. 14 million people in the house. I'm coming to you live from the third world Philippines. Let me show you what it looks like. That's third world enough. Hey, by the way, have they closed the mall around where you live lately? I bet they have. I bet it's kind of tough to find an open mall where you're from. You don't have any in Ottawa, Canada? Well, you need to get yourself a franchise, Mike. You need to go into business. Here's Man Minnie. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
We got business here in Manila, so we're going to be here for a few more days. I got to see the ophthalmologist, take a few tests, see if I got the brain tumor. You know how you get the brain tumor? What do they call that? A glioblastoma? You never know. When you start having vision problems and you start feeling a little bit dizzy or queasy or nauseous, you got to check all that stuff out.
Honey.
Are we doing a dual live on your channel?
No,
on your
just
Facebook?
picture.
So here's the neat thing that's going on here in Manila. So the couple of doctors that I want to see that are world renowned, trained in the West, by the way. Yeah, I know. They don't have any Western trained doctors here in the Philippines. But the guy that we're seeing just happens to be trained in the West. And he's one of the most sought after doctors that there are in the entire world. World renowned. Known for his specialty. All right? So we're seeing only the best. I'm seeing only the best. I see you. I see you. You don't like donuts? Well, okay, Mike. No donut, but do you like money? Do you like money? If you like money, you'd like donuts that make you money. They don't call me Donut Dan for nothing. That's exactly right. Well, anyway. Yeah, we thought it would be good. Do a live from the third world Philippines. I'm looking at the Pizza Hut across the way and I'm thinking pizza too. Oh, you would give it away? Or you do give it away? Well, that's what I do. But you got to earn it in order to give it away. You got to earn the money first and then give it away. Of course, you could already be super rich, Mike. I've learned not to look too deeply into another person's purse or wallet because you'll get, in my case, I'll get my nose stuck in there. My nose has been stuck in people's wallets many, many times in my past. You never want to get this schnoz stuck down below down there. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, we have a little bit of break. So we decided to come over here. We took a trike over here to the mall. We hit a few speed bumps, a few traffic surrounds. What do you guys call them? Roundabouts. One or two potholes. And of course, I know they don't have any of that stuff in the West where you guys are from. Because it's a third world country. That's why. I was just reading an article. I'd just like to share it with you right where 5 million Americans per year are leaving America for other places. The number one destination location is Mexico. And I have a feeling it's Mexico because it's close by, and if they had any emergencies with family and friends, they could always get on a plane and jump over the border from Mexico, as long as they weren't harassed by the ICE officers. You know what I'm saying? In other words, as long as they weren't stopped at customs enforcement and asked to present the papers, you know, and have them severely scrutinized, you know? Menge is here. Hi, Menge. Thanks for joining us, if only for a brief few seconds. And that's probably all it's going to be because I'm off the hook today. I think it's the hate mail that I've been getting recently has set me off. You know, people love to hate. I don't really know why. I guess it's part of human nature to hate. You know, they want to talk about, oh, the recent, Mike, you'll enjoy this. I heard about it. I heard that a volcano erupted, but no, I didn't see it. I haven't caught it. I'm gonna have to look on YouTube or the news to see what's going on, Mike. But anywho, yeah, we're gonna have earthquakes, we're gonna have volcanoes, we're gonna have all kinds of natural disasters occur here in the Philippines because it's an island nation on the Ring of Fire. And while I'm thinking about it, there's a reason why tourists skip the Philippines. It's because it was never on their bucket list to begin with. Do not people understand that it's an island nation, very difficult to get from point A to point B without taking a ferry, a bus, a hobble-hobble, a plane, a bush plane, a tractor, a trailer, and just about anything else that you can ride. That's how you get from one place, one island to the next. Don't people understand that? That leaves you a couple of basic regions that 60% of the people stay at overnight when they come here. And that would be the place that Minnie and I are at, which is Manila, to hang with the fellas. And the other place would be Cebu. And everyone knows that we love Cebu. You know, we love Cebu. We got to get our fix. But we've been 1 year in the province building that house. The building of the house has kept us in the province. But it's time to head out of here. It's time to get back to the States for a week or two to visit family or friends. whoever might be hanging around when we show up, because we're not really making arrangements, but we got to go there, conduct some business, visit a few people, uh, grab buckets loads of money, and then bring it back over here to the Philippines. I don't like the way you have to transfer money every month over here. I don't like that because a couple of times that, I've taken security pauses or security where they put pauses on the money and they said, "Oh, your money is under security review." Those words are like the kiss of death when you see them written down there in an email. They have unnatural disasters. Mike, you're cracking me up. They have both natural and unnatural disasters. Unnatural in general, though. I'd have to agree with you. Yeah, so I can't imagine how people can critique the Philippines, those who haven't been here. But maybe they watch it on the Travel Channel. I doubt if they watch it on the Travel Network, because the Travel Network usually spins things in a very positive way, no matter who they cover, right? What country they cover. Well, anyway, why are 5 million people, a million people so far living in the Philippines that are from the West? And that is simply because of the low cost of living. You have 70 million post-war baby boomers, known as the boomers, that are in the States right now, 70 million or 72 million, that are hitting retirement age, and they're looking in their wallet and their bank accounts, in their retirement accounts, they're looking at their pension funds, and they're thinking, dang, they're probably thinking, hey, just like I did, I could survive in the States if I wanted to. And I probably would be miserable, and my wife would be working until the day she died in order to support me, or the day I die. It's been raining. No kidding. It's been raining. See, the rain will just not let up. But Jel's been handling business there, and he's got the heaters, the water heaters or the Insta-Hots are all set up in the 2 CRs in the new house. So that is very, very good news. I'm very, very excited that things continue to move forward, even though we're not there. We probably won't be back for another 2 or 3 weeks, I would imagine. So I'm a little bit nervous, and I want to tell you why. It's because I found a bleeding ink spot on my passport. And there's been a lot of talk about how they've been denying boarding for international flights due to smudges on passports. So I don't know. In a way, we're lucky that we're in Manila, because we're traveling out of Manila on Cebu Pacific, heading over to Taipei, where we had planned on spending 5 days visiting friends in Taipei. But we may not make it. We may end up staying here, and I may end up making an appointment with the embassy in order to get our passport renewed, my passport, because it's got ink smudges on it due to the humidity. I did not know that passport ink bleeds, and it's bled all over not my face, but yeah, that would be bad. But I mean, it's bleeding all over the scanned page, the last page of the passport. Drip, drip, drip. I don't know what. I don't know. Maybe it's a printing defect. I'm not exactly sure. There are a lot of defects around in the world going on. You may meet Larry on your way back from the USA. But Larry is going the polar route, right? And we're going the Eastern Asian route. We might collide over Alaska. Well, he's heading out, and we're coming in. No, we'd both be heading out at the same time. You know how it does that little curvature? We're going to be flying out of San Francisco when we leave. San Francisco. By the way, for those of you that thought the Golden Gate Bridge was made of gold, it's not, so quit trying to take a hunk of it. Quit trying to cut off a piece of the Golden Gate Bridge. It's creating structural support problems, and they're having to go in there and repair it. People like a little souvenir. They think that the thing is really made of gold. It's not. I'm here to tell you, I've been there several times. The Golden Gate Bridge is not made out of gold in San Francisco. Let's see, getting back to affordability of the Philippines. So now people, even they follow the YouTube algorithms on their subjects. So I've tested this out a couple of times, right? Whenever I watch to see what popular videos are getting likes and are getting a couple thousand or so views, then I'll make up a title that has nothing to do with my video. And those have done very, very well. So if I wanted to be probably a dishonest YouTuber, I would say, or not as honest as you could be, I would make up stories about the Philippines. But instead, I just deliver it to you as I know it, as I've experienced it for the last 4 years. And it's worked out great for me, but I understand that it's not for everybody. There are 2 or 3 subjects that everybody always likes to talk about, right? Oh, why you can't own real estate in the Philippines? That's the number 1, right? Number 2 is, why that young Filipino is going to take all your money, as though my wives in the States didn't do that. You guys, some of you are being so silly. You know, the haters are being so silly at times. It cracks me up. Really? How long did your relationship last, and how many houses have you lost in the States? And the people that like to talk who've never been here before, right? Well, he's telling a fib. He's calling the Philippines paradise. Well, can't you? It all depends on how you frame it. It's my paradise. It's our paradise. It's been a godsend because it's cost about 1/3 of what it costs to live in the United States to live here. Listen, I could appreciate people who like the United States, want to stay there, or any other place that they're from, right? We just had to escape the high taxes, high property taxes, high sales tax. California has a state tax. We just pay tax on top of tax on top of tax. So how do you get any enjoyment out of retirement life when you're paying tax? That's very taxing on a person, right? And so so even if you traveled around, I know this is going to sound, people won't believe it, but you got to try it. Try this first, right? Try it out yourself. We did. You can travel around cheaper than you can living in a domicile in California, but not every place all over the world. I doubt that you would be able to support yourself in certain parts of Europe. Certain parts like London, the UK, they're very expensive. But then you also have Spain and Italy, which are more reasonably priced, right? But Southeast Asia, you have your pick of all these countries where it's extremely affordable to live. And I know if you're living here, and most of my subscribers are from the Philippines, it's difficult to relate to it because things are going to be, you're going to scale it, and things are expensive if you're Filipino. But if you're bringing Western money over, life is going to be a little bit easier for you. The Philippines is not for everyone, but only those who are smart enough to think and learn. You have to be open-minded. Mike is right about that. You have to be a little bit open-minded. But I never really hit any kind of a speed bump over here. I adapted culturally very, very quickly to the culture. And of course, my last name is Herrera, which is a Filipino name, and maybe that has something to do with it. No, it's a Spanish name, adopted by Filipinos. So you have a lot of intermarriage here in the Philippines, quite frankly. You have a lot of intermarriage. And so the name Herrera is very well known here in the Philippines. Where is Larice? This donut is absolutely delicious. So anyway, that's my take on it. It does. It wasn't like hitting the brakes though. No, the cultural differences were obvious. You have a couple things that are going on during retirement. One, you're no longer working. Two, when you don't have a job, you have more leisure time, or so I thought. In the beginning. Three, You're spending more time with your significant other if you've got one. 4, you have to get used to your budget. You have to get used to how you're budgeting your money. You have to take all these things into consideration. They do have an impact on the whole process. Oh, diet. You have to adjust your expectations on diet and what you're willing to sacrifice to convert over to the Filipino cuisine. That was not difficult for me to do. Why wasn't it difficult for me to do? Actually, it's very similar because the Spanish during the 1492, we sailed the ocean blue. That's when the Spanish decided they were going to kick out people out of Spain, right? And so we ended up all over the world. That happened around 1492. Larice is here. Larice, look at where I am. You recognize this donut. See how I have that big smiley face on? Oh yeah, baby. That's a sugar bomb for sure. Oh, I can't do that every day, I'm telling you. I cannot do Krispy Kreme every single day. They smother everything in sugar, right? Lorraine Pajadas is here. Yeah, I finally did it. I finally did it. Krispy Kreme donuts. Oh, let me see if I can show you. Let me flip it around here. Oh yeah, that one's up next. Oh yeah, M&M. Oh no, I doubt that I'm going to be a convert. I don't think any such thing is going to happen like that. No. I'm going to always be a Dunkin' fan, a Dunkin' man. But I had to come, it wouldn't be fair to not come over here and test out the Krispy Kreme donuts just to see what it was all about. After all, the Philippines is a third world country. What would Krispy Kreme be doing here? Oh yeah, I know, I'm having so much fun with that. And I got KFC over my left shoulder. I also got Pizza Hut. What else am I looking at? McDonald's is behind me. Roy Rogers Roasters is around the corner and down the street. We got it all here in the Philippines, folks. We got it all here in the Philippines. You got to get yourself a plane ticket and get over here. You got to at least try it out for a couple of weeks. You probably need more than that. You probably need a month. So let's see, what was I complaining about again? Oh yeah. Diosa's here. Pamela is here. Thank you so much for joining me. If only taking a few moments out of your day to put a smile on my face. Knowing that you are so supportive and have always been there for me. You know, I appreciate the top 100 people. My best buddies in the whole world. Thank you so much. Man, Minnie appreciates it. Oh, she's over here. There she is. Yeah, we got business here in Manila. Otherwise, I would have invited all of you here. But we can't because we're moving. We're really moving. We're getting stuff done. We're movers and shakers. We're on a mission. Otherwise, I would not come to Manila and fly out of Manila going into Taipei. We would have done it from Cebu. Yeah, we're going to take Cebu Pacific from Manila to Taipei. Spend 5 days there. Count them 5. Which my friends are saying is too much. They're so honest. But then again, they're Filipino. So, Dan, you're coming? How long? For 5 days? Well, don't expect us to entertain you for 5 days. That ain't happening. That is not happening. No. Yeah, so why am I doing this face picture thing, right? Where you can only see my face? You know why. The rules. There are rules. There are rules. The rules must be followed. No, you're not allowed. You have to ask permission to tape. You have to get a signed, sealed consent Yes, you do. Everybody has to agree. The mall manager, the parents of any children that may inadvertently be filmed, they all have to sign a disclosure, an agreement. You know, some people want money for it. Yeah. I have, right now, I'm being monitored by security over my left shoulder. He's standing less than 10 feet away and wondering what I'm doing. Yeah. And getting closer every second. So I'm thinking that this live is going to be over soon. But at least I had an opportunity to come on here and show you that I'm always willing to try something new. From moving to the Philippines, building a couple of houses, and yes, even checking out the Krispy Kreme in the mall. I'm your guy. I have an open mind. As Mike said, you need that as part of your constitution if you're going to come over here. You have to be open-minded. By the way, something caught my attention. That one guy that wrote me the email about how the open sewers stink to high heaven. He would most likely be the same guy, right, that thinks that his poop doesn't stink or that it smells like roses. Yeah, if he tries to come, yeah, oh yes, definitely. Na 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 na. Yes, Godfather. Oh my gosh, I'm having such a good time being here. Yeah, we have a 1 hour break and we have to go back to the appointment that we're at. Pick up some information, do a few more administrative things. I'm getting my brain checked to make sure it's still there. Getting my eyes checked. I see you. This one, the one that's causing me all the problem. It seems like it's getting progressively worse. And this eye over here is fine, but it's my lazy eye. This has always been my lazy eye. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute. How much does it cost to get these things handled? Consultations and the like. And I'm here to tell you, comparatively, the U.S. has lost its mind when it comes to medical stuff. The cost of medical insurance and all that. I know, Mike, we know you're covered. You're covered. I wish we're self-insured, right? Minnie has PhilHealth. I've got Medicare. I've got a good Medicare coverage. As a matter of fact, I have an appointment once we return back to the States to get a full, comprehensive physical exam. But, so we got great insurance. It probably won't even cost me a dime. But that's in the States. But what do you do when you're overseas? And you got things like vision issues that you know could cost you a small fortune in the United States. Well, you get them done over here by world-renowned doctors, right? Send my hello. Oh, Menge said hello. Her and Minnie Snow said hi from Manila.
Hi, Mindy.
Ed Denoy is here. One of the reasons I returned to Japan. And yes, people just don't realize what great medical care they have here. You have to do your homework, as Ed Denoy knows. You and Mike probably also, everybody here in the live knows. You have to do your homework. You have to get on the internet. You have to search out the best hospitals. You have to search out who the best doctors are that you need to see for what ails you. And then you go for it. You'll be surprised. I ended up spending 800 pesos on a consult with a world-renowned doctor, fantastic personality. I went looking at this guy because I read a research project that he was involved with. A, B, A, M, B, C, A, B, C, D. Hey, who's here? A, B, C, M is here. I started going through the entire alphabet. But anyway, that's funny. It's good to see you here. Oh my God, Gee is here. Hi, Gee. How you be? So here's the whole thing. You do your research, right? And here's what happened. I want to tell you this story. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Because here I was at the information desk at one of these fabulous clinics, fabulous medical centers that they have here in Manila. No, it was not St. Luke's. I'll tell you the story about that, right? But I went to one of the hospitals where that doctor practices. So I went through the list. I knew what doctor I wanted to see based on a research published medical journal article that he had written about what ails me. So then I saw that he practiced at St. Luke's. So your first inclination, probably, if you're not, if you don't have too much experience, is go to St. Luke's and see him, right? But if you go to St. Luke's and you see him, well, that's gonna be double money, right? Do you want to own a Krispy Kreme? Franchises are available here in the Philippines. Oh, from what I understand. So anyway, I saw the hospitals that he has privileges at. And I went to the information desk at one of these other hospitals, not St. Luke's. I would have gone to St. Luke's if I couldn't have found him anywhere. If I couldn't find him, I would have gone. But no, I went to one of the hospitals where he practices, which is down the street from this mall. And I said, I'm looking for world-renowned practitioner. And the guy smiled at me at the information desk. And I said to him, why are you smiling at me? Because, sir, turn around and he's standing right behind you. And so I turned around and there he was. I recognized his face immediately because I'd seen his face online. I'd seen his name published, of course, in his article. There he was. There he was, the world-renowned. I said, are you Dr. So-and-so? Well, as a matter of fact, he says, I am. What can I do for you, Mr. Westerner? Because he noticed right away that I'm from the West, right? I don't know how you could figure all that out so quickly. But anyway, my goodness gracious, I need to give you a blue jacket. Let's see. Hang on for just, okay, you should be okay. All right, so here's the thing. I shook his hand and I said, Dr. So-and-so, I read your research article, and he lit up. He lit up. What is a non-doctor, medical hobbyist dude like you doing reading my journal articles? I said, doctor, I'm seeking you out because I was told that there is no one in the entire Philippines that could help me with my issue. And then I ran into your journal article that you published in the medical journal. And he lights up, well, yeah, of course. Come on, let's go into my office and talk. We spent 1 hour in his office for consult, going over details, and he was taking very, very detailed notes on what my symptoms were. And then he said, you know something? I believe that I can help you out. Not only can I help you out, I'm willing to help you out. And so we talked a little bit about his background and how it is that he became a specialist in this field. And I told him, once we're done with all this, and I revealed to everybody what the problem was and what you did to help out, you will be flooded. Your front door will be crammed with potential patients. And he said, gee, I certainly hope that doesn't happen. He was a real fun guy. Then he said, that'll be 800 pesos, please. 800 pesos. Folks, That's expensive if you're talking Filipino money, right? But that would be a $15 visit. $15 visit that would have cost thousands of dollars in the West. Thousands of dollars. Right out of my pocket. It just would fly away right out of my pocket. Thousands of dollars. And so this is the reason. This is the main reason we're here, and I wanted to seek him out. So to see if there was a possibility that he would be willing to take on my case. Oh, I know what you're thinking, Dan. Get off my case. Anyway, that's why we're here. And then at the same time, we got Minnie, needed a blood test and some other things. We're going through that now. Yeah, you don't want to waste any opportunities when you're amongst the most trained, competent physicians and medical people on the entire planet, located right here in Manila. And I know, the haters out there are gonna hate. Why? They don't have trained medical personnel in the Philippines. They're not supervised by people at the Mayo Clinic. Yes, my friends, they do. Like I've said, he's number one in his field. Numero uno. He can go work anywhere he wants in the entire planet. And he chose to work in his home country right here in the Philippines because he realized how important the help would be. His contribution that he's making, he's happy to do it. So it's not all about the money. And people have explained that to me many, many times. It's not all about getting rich. Right? But doctors, take my word for it, they know what's going on in the West, medically speaking. They realize that they're basically being eliminated, that they're putting everything into an app, an AI app. What ails you? Put it in the app. It will give you the answer. It'll give you a straight up diagnosis in 30 seconds or less. Yeah, I've used these medical apps and they're scary. They're scary. Did you know that you can go online into any AI app, including Google? You can go into Google AI, put in your blood test results, and it will spit out a potential diagnosis or a series of suggestions at what it could be that's ailing you. Try it sometime. That means that you can go to the city clinic in a province near you or a city near you. Have a blood test done. Put all the information in Google AI and it will spit out its analysis of what might be going on with you. Folks, the world is changing. The world is changing so fast. But I have one suggestion. Embrace the change. Don't run from it. We could spend a whole bunch of time debating whether this is morally correct or not. We could debate it till the cows come home or the carabaos come home, right? It still won't matter because we are limited in what we can do in order to change it. Well, we can do something really, really important though, We can do that. And that's that you can get several different opinions about what might or might not be going on with you. Give yourself an opportunity to solve whatever dilemma or problem that you may have, whether it's a medical problem or any other issue. Give yourself some room and give yourself that open mind that Mike was talking about at the beginning of this live stream. Oh, we will. I'm enjoying the donuts. There's still one more here. Minnie is watching herself. She's not too quick to eat the sweets these days. She's taking it a little bit easy. Me, I'm gaining weight like crazy. I've probably gained 10 pounds over the past year by living in the province and eating home-cooked meals that Minnie has prepared for me or the staff. They're always cooking, and I'm always eating or grazing or doing something delicious Filipino food. How could you pass up delicious Filipino food? Of every kind. especially the lechon baboy. We get invited to so many celebrations. I eat lechon baboy practically every single day. If I needed to, if I wanted to, I could be there at your house to eat lechon baboy. That is delicious tasting food. I'm telling you, I love it. I love it. Minnie loves it. Minnie, you love lechon baboy?
Yeah.
She says, "Yeah, I'm working my phone, Dan." Hey, listen, yeah, it's so yummy. Oh my God, pork chops. They have pork chops if I want every day, and so I've gained weight. But anyway, we have been walking a lot since being here in Manila. You can get a lot of places quicker by walking. If you get a trike, a bike, a taxi, a grab, a hobble hobble, it'll probably take you longer to navigate through traffic than it would if you just get on your own 2 feet and walk. Sometimes it might take you some time, an hour, 45 minutes. Listen, I'm not like other bloggers complaining about the traffic. I love Manila traffic. I don't know what it is, but I just absolutely love it. I love the challenging of it. I love using my navigation. I love using my navigation apps in order to get around the city, and then I'm always amazed. Hey, I didn't know that this was a shortcut, that you could turn left here instead of taking a right and be back at the hotel 15 minutes earlier. We've been walking an average of 4 or 5 kilometers per day, and that may not seem like a lot for a lot of people, but it's a lot for me, lugging all this weight around. Yes, indeed. So listen, I want to tell you before I sign off that there will not be a live stream tonight. This is it. I'm going to sit here, finish eating my donuts, and then we're going to go around the mall and walk it off, and then we're going to head back for another scheduled appointment that happens somewhere around 4 p.m. And so I just won't make it back to the hotel in time to do the normal Friday live stream. I do apologize. Hopefully we'll be able to do it next Friday or sometime in between. I'll be posting that a live stream is coming. I'll put up a sticker, look out for it, and then we'll give some pesos away. We'll give away some 500 pesos or something like that. You can count on me. I'm gonna do it. All right, we're 42 minutes and 43 seconds into the live. Have a great rest of your day. Get out there. There's still a lot of daylight. Get out there and have fun. We're having fun here in Manila. You have fun in Manila or wherever you are. Take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
We're out. We're out. Bye-bye.